I'm Johnny Yong Bosch. I played Adam in Power Rangers.
Yeah!
No, please. I was Black Ranger, then Green Ranger, then Black Ranger again. I was the frog. Yeah. How many of you have actually seen the first movie?
The good one!
Movie?
No!
No, it's ruthless. So, I think I'm supposed to have something planned. I'm just winging it. Hangman? This is right on this thing. Lots of space on there.
Hangman in Baxter Stampede's voice.
That doesn't even sound like fun.
Okay, now for us.
Yeah. You. Maybe you. Alright, so I've also done voiceover work. Vash. Ichigo. Bumblebee. Transformers. Coon from Dot Hack. Yes. What? Nero, Devil May Cry 4. Lelouch, Tails.
I think he knows his
I was in Naruto. Who am I? Oh, so sorry. I was a couple random dying ninjas as well. It seems like anytime they want to kill a ninja off, they say, Johnny! I'm going to kill you real quick. So I've done a few things here and there. I've never been to Alabama, actually.
I'm sorry you had to come!
Went to Hardee's this morning. Yeah. What? Did you boo? Don't boo Hardee's. It's good. Isn't bad? The low carb. I had the low carb bowl. It was heavy. Tasted good the first couple bites, and then it was just all salted. I don't know, junk. Protein. What was that? I don't even know what you said. Carb crumble? Is that like a cake?
Caramel crumble.
Oh, biscuit. No, I didn't have that. But the sausage, whatever gravy thing that they have there is pretty insane looking. Like somebody ate mushroom sauce and puked all over a biscuit. Hey, are you filming me? From that? Hey, is there somebody watching?
It's for you.
Not yet. Okay. They won't recognize me. I haven't cut my hair in a while. I look like a freak.
You look fine.
All right. So we can have questions, or not, well, you can have questions. I have a lot of questions. Hopefully, I'll have some answers. But I can start off with a couple of stupid stories. Story time by Johnny Yong Bosch.
How about for a change, you ask us questions the whole way.
The whole time you want me to ask you guys questions?
Story time first! We can ask story time!
If you all talk at the same time, I understand everything you say. I'm being sarcastic, so I don't mean to be a douche all the time. And, so, I don't even know what to do here anymore.
Ask us questions.
Alright, fine. What anime do you like?
Recounts by Wingin.
That's not an anime.
I don't even know what that is. See how this doesn't work? Because you guys probably have seen anime that I've never heard of, so I can't be like, what a jerk. Yeah, why don't you get out of here? Woo! Yeah, kick him out. All right, true story. That's it. I was shocked that you guys actually were quiet. That sounded a little douchebaggish too, right? There's a little too much sarcasm in that. I didn't mean it to sound that way. All right, true story. I just finished dubbing. I don't remember what I was working on, but I was coming home. And on the freeway, they're different from here in California, but on the freeway, well, I guess it's not that different. You do exit a freeway, and that's what I was doing. I don't know why I said it was different. It's not that different. It's actually pretty much the same thing. I believe we drive on the same side of the road as well. I don't know. You know, why don't you just be quiet and listen? Alright, so, actually I'm the only one talking. Alright, so, anyhow, I'm exiting the freeway to go home, and I have to make a left turn to go under the, you know, overpass and go home. And usually there's a stoplight there, and there's usually quite a few cars in front of me, you know, and there's always a homeless person at the end, you know, a guy with like, they're really good now, they've got like a cardboard thing that like flips like 3 times, not twice, but like 3 times. It says veteran or something, or hungry, and then if you don't give them anything, there's the third, like, God bless you, which doesn't mean God bless you. I mean, it doesn't feel like it, does it? The last one, you don't give them money, God bless you. It doesn't sound like, God bless you. No, it doesn't sound that way. It says, God bless you. So anyhow, usually there's a guy there, and I don't give money. I mean, I'm driving, you know? Are you going to give somebody money when you're driving? Maybe you will. But I typically don't if it's a guy that's there, because I feel like, dude, get a job. But this one day I was there, and I came up to the light, and there's like 4 or 5 cars in front of me. And I'm sitting there, and I had carrots like in this Ziploc bag that I didn't eat for lunch, and so I was just like eating them, waiting for the light to change. And I look, and I see there's a homeless woman there. And my heart just went out to her, you know? I felt like, oh, she's helpless. I don't know, that's stupid. She wasn't good looking, no. I just felt bad, you know? I felt like she needs a man to help her or something. That's really not what I meant. It sounds weird. Anyhow, I felt like I needed to give to her, right? And so, in California, everywhere you go, you have to pay for parking. It really stinks. And so I had like 2 pounds worth of quarters in my cup holders. And so I scarfed down my carrots, and I had the Ziploc bag, and I thought, oh, what a great idea. And so I take all of my quarters. I'm like, whatever, I can get change anywhere. So I take the 2-pound bag of quarters, I zip it up, and this big monster truck pulls up right behind me, and I can't see the person because it's like tinted, and it's bigger than me, so I just felt like I was just waiting for the light to change. Get everybody out of the way. It just felt like he was like right on top of me, you know, so I felt the pressure already, like I had to hurry up. And then the light changed, and cars started going, you know. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to hurry up. And so I start rolling down the window, and I'm starting to go, because I'm like, well, it's green, I better hurry up. And then she sees me rolling down the window, and I take this 2-pound bag of quarters, and I'm starting to lean it out the window like this, and then she puts her sign down, and she goes like this. And I'm going, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm going like 20, 30 miles an hour right now. And I'm thinking, how is this going to work out? Like, I only have a split-second chance to think this through, and I'm like, 20 miles an hour? What if she grabs on my hand and pulls me out of the car? Or I pull her under the car, you know? And the guy behind me is already like, get out of my way! And so I'm like, I got it. And so I think at the last moment, all I have to do is just flick it, just gently flick this 2-pound bag of quarters, just a little bit, that it will gracefully glide into her hands. And so I'm like, and now. And I watch, and it felt like 10 minutes as I watched this 2-pound bag of quarters fly from my hand in my car at 20, 30 miles an hour and hit her in the face. 2-pound bag of quarters. Square in the face, 20, 30 miles an hour. And it's like, it's so slow. I don't even know what happened. It's just like, boom, slammed her in the face. And it hit so hard. I can feel like the bones doing things. And I'm going back, and I'm looking at her, and she's She was like, what a douche! Full on, threw 2 pounds of quarters in the homeless woman's face. I never saw her again though, on that corner. So, she might be dead. There was a cross there. It's not good. It's not a good day for me.
Maybe you just didn't recognize her.
No, I don't see anybody there anymore. It's like all the homeless people are like, don't go over there. Do you know what happened to Nancy? Some guy like killed her. Quarters. She just wanted some cigarettes. It was a bad day. I've had my run-in with the homeless people. I generally, I mean, I used to just give all the time, you know? And just because I feel like, hey, if I got a couple bucks, why not? And I have a lot of homeless stories. You want to hear another one? I'll tell one more, and maybe at another panel I'll tell a couple more. So, this one day, I'm hungry, and I'm thinking, Subway sounds really good right now. Do you guys remember when those new gold dollars came out? With like a Jew Indian lady or whatever on it? And so, they just came out, you know, and I had gone somewhere previously and got change or whatever back, and I got one of those gold, and it was new, and it was shiny, and it was like, gold, you know, it was like, whoa, yeah, it's pretty sweet. It was just as worth $1, but anyways, it was cool, and I had it in my pocket, and I was going to Subway. I wasn't going to spend that, actually, but I was going to Subway, and this guy comes up to me, you know, and he's like limping, he's doing this kind of thing. And so he looked like, I don't know, like something was really wrong and he needed something. And he's like, I couldn't even understand what he was saying, but it was obvious that he wanted change. And so I was like, oh yeah, sure, hang on a second. And I reach in my pocket and I'm like, oh crap, well I got this gold coin in my pocket. And I was like, he could use it, you know? And I'm like, here you go, it's the gold coin they just came out with, the Indian lady. Some gold. Sorry, so I left and went on the Subway. He's like, oh, and it starts going. He wasn't old, but he acted like he was old. He was like maybe 30, but he was like limping and everything. And so anyhow, I go into the Subway, and it's a big parking lot, and I'm in line, and I'm looking back to see what he's up to, because I felt good about it. You know, I was like, you know what? I really cherished that gold coin, and I gave it to somebody. You know, that's a good thing. Very proud of myself. And so I'm looking back, and then I see him, like, he asks somebody else for some money, right? And he gets something from that person walks on. And then when the person turns away from him, he stops limping. And he walks over to this car, and he sits into the driver's side of this car, and I'm looking, and I can see there's like 3 other people in there, so there's 4 people. And someone out of the back seat gets out, shuts the door, and starts going like this. I was like, no way! Are you kidding me? And so I was like, roast beef, whatever, just give me nothing, just take a sandwich, thank you. And so I grabbed my stuff, and I was just mad. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? And then I had my sandwich, I just beeline straight to the car, because I knew where he was sitting on the driver's side. And I just went straight to the car, and I leaned in there, and I was like, hey, buddy, how's your leg? And then his other friend, he sees that I'm at the car, and he notices that maybe there's steam coming off me or something. He stops limping, and he just like darts into the back of the car. And then I'm like, all right. And I look at his like ashtray, and there's like, it's the change. It's like all change. So he's been doing this for a long time. And I'm like, all I want is my gold coin back. And everything will be fine. And he's like, oh, no, I don't. And I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I just gave you a gold coin. Come on. If you don't have any gold coins in your ashtray, what are you doing? If you have it. He's like, oh, no. And then he like reaches, he doesn't like reach into the ashtray. He just kind of like pets it like, no. I'm like, what? Are you even searching? I'm like, dude, no, it's $1. Give me my gold. He's like, oh. And then I was like, and I reached into his ashtray, just grabbed as much as I could, and I kicked his car and I was like, get out of here. And he took off. And I was like, I did not get my gold coin back, unfortunately. It's okay though.
You got it back in cash.
It's okay.
You got like $5.
It's not that cool anymore. On the day it came out, it was cool. It's not that cool anymore. All right, so you guys maybe have Power Ranger questions or something. I don't know what time. Oh, it's Morphe time. Is that what I was supposed to say? Did I just fall for it?
I've got something for you.
Yes. Robert thought I was the coolest ranger. Then Robert is the coolest guy I know. Robert's the voice of the Lord Zed. He's a cool guy. Yeah.
How much did you enjoy playing Adam?
Playing Adam Power Rangers was fun. It was cheesy, you know, and I couldn't act for anything back then. I don't even know if I can now. But it was fun. I totally had fun. I was working at Taco Bell and Subway before that, so it's better than that, right? Yes.
Do you have a funny Spandex story?
A funny Spandex story? Oh man, do I have a funny Spandex story?
If you don't, you should make one up.
I don't. Oh, I could tell you a story. Okay, so we're in Australia. We're shooting the film, and we're shooting nights in the command center. So the crew is setting up lights or whatever. So we're just off stage, sitting in, you know, a circle of chairs, and they had chairs with our names on it, but in our colors. So we knew exactly where we were supposed to sit. And off to the side, because we're shooting nights, they had these cots, which were our colors too, and you can go sleep on those cots when you're tired. So we're all sitting around, and Steve is asleep on the red cot. He was asleep a lot, actually, but he was asleep on his cot, and Jason Frank had just gone to the bathroom. And in the movie, the first movie, if you know, we had like those muscle suits, you know, but underneath that we had this really tight kind of spandex, just so we could slip it on and off. And so anyways, we were sitting in those spandex with our, you know, robes over or whatever, and Jason had gone to the bathroom. And he comes back from the bathroom in his robe and he's like, "Hey guys, look." He turns around and he had cut a hole so that he could go to the bathroom without... And he's like, "Look, easy exits." And we're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he's laughing or whatever. And I'm sometimes an instigator. And I was like, I wasn't thinking when I said it. I was like, "You should go sit on Steve's face." As a joke. Like, I didn't think he would be like, "Yeah, great idea, Johnny." But he thought it was a good idea. And so he went over to Steve, leaned over his face, sat down on his face, and he got up and looked at Steve, who didn't even move. And we were all like, and then he's like, "That's odd." And so he does it again, and then does one of these things. And he still doesn't wake up. Steve hates this story. Because he denies it to this day. It's like, "It did not happen." We were all there. But he did not wake up. And when we were starting to shoot, we were just dying laughing. But they called us on set. And we tried to tell him the story. He's like, "No, what are you kidding me?" And then Jason was like, "Do you smell anything?" Because it might be gross. That's really gross. But yeah. So that's kind of, I don't know, what's Spandex? What's your question?
Whenever you actually sit down and watch exactly what you made, what's the first thing that came out of your mouth when you saw the first episode of Power Rangers?
It was a long time ago. I really don't remember. I actually didn't watch the show for a long time. For a long time, I didn't watch the show, and then eventually, at some point, I watched it. But I didn't watch like the whole. I called myself the background ranger because while everybody else, especially Tommy and them, were up front, right, sort of, I was usually back here. trying to find a spot to put my head so I could be seen by the camera. And then when everybody's like ready, then I'd go, right! And that's about all I did for like the first season. And then I would just do fight stuff. So I really only kind of watched the fight sequences. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. That came out all right. That was weird. I don't really remember much. Or my exact response, yeah. A hug? Yeah, I guess I'll give you a hug. That wasn't bad. I've done hugs before where it was like, you're holding a little too long. That was alright, man. You knew it and you did it right. It's like a pat, so it wasn't like rubbing my back. It wasn't like, hey, I just want to hold you. I'm gonna do that to a few of you guys this week. You're gonna try to pull away and I'm going, no. So, be prepared.
I don't think anyone would mind, really.
So stupid, sorry. Way back in the back.
Hey, have you seen the Genocide song from Trigon?
Look, I don't really remember the Genocide song. All I remember is like, total slaughter. That's all I know. And I don't even know like if there was a melody to it. So, I'm sorry. But I did work on the latest. I don't know when it comes out though. Otherwise I would promote it. Blue.
After series O, did you get to keep anything?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you get to keep anything? Like
from Power Rangers?
Yes.
Do I get to keep anything?
Yes. Suit, gun.
I didn't get to keep anything like I wasn't supposed to. I may have found some stuff in my house later and been like, whoa, what? I didn't steal it.
What's this communicator doing here?
Next question. Actually, I don't know if they still have the Planet Hollywood in Florida. But if you go there, I think in the front, they have the Power Ranger costume I had for the movie.
Cool.
The red and yellow, so they got rid of the black one? Because I think they had the black one there, and the medallion was missing because...
What is
somebody had the medallion? I don't know why, but...
Nice.
Maybe that's why it's not there anymore. They used a lot of footage from the Japanese, especially in the early season, like the first season, second season, and they borrowed quite a bit even through it. They still do, but towards the end, in Zeo and Turbo, we were shooting more of that stuff, and you can kind of tell when you're watching it. It's like all of a sudden it's really grainy. Why are all the background extras Asian? It's supposed to be little Tokyo Angel Grove. It always happens there. But they rebuild the city every time. And nobody is ever hurt. It'd be cool to see an episode, at the end of the episode, after we've done the Megazord fight and the city was destroyed, and we're like, yay! And in the background it's like burning city. People screaming and running with fire. Go! More phenomenal!
Oh, God.
That'd be pretty cool. In my world. My world's a little dark. I wouldn't want to go there. Yep.
When you first became a Power Ranger, how was it with the ladies?
Here's the thing. Watch. When we were as soon as I got on the show, I came in right after the first season, and so it was hot, and so we were shooting 6, sometimes 7 days. On the weekends especially, we did like ADR and all the dubbing. So we were working non-stop. We really had no life outside of Power Rangers for a while there. And so
After that, how was it?
after that, I was looking for a job. After that, I had no job, and that was the time. See, now Power Rangers is cool. It's retro. You can go, I don't know if you have Hot Topic here or whatever. But if you do, you can go in there and you'll see like Power Ranger stuff, and it's cool now, you know? Exactly, it's cool now. But when I like left the show, it wasn't so cool as far as from my standpoint as an actor, because it was a cheesy kids show. We didn't really act, and especially me. And so in the audition I went into, it was like, oh, you were on Power Rangers? Yeah, okay. Thanks. Get out of here. And so, and it's hard too because I'm like half Asian, so like they can't really place me, you know? I can't be like a real Asian. I don't look like a white guy exactly. I can maybe pull off Hispanic. If I grew this out a little bit more, I don't know. But wait, oh, you? Okay, I was like, I heard that. It sounded very white, and I saw a white guy with his hand up. I was like, you feel me? Half of me you feel. The white half. I got you. That was odd. But then I noticed you there. Yes, what's your question?
Are you any of the creatures on
No, I was never in creature costume. And I really never want to be. Because they leave you in those things for like all day, and you're out in the sun, and you're fighting. You know, you're doing fight stuff, so you're just sweating. When we did the first movie, because we had those muscle suits, dude, those things were, mine was like maybe 35, 40 pounds. Jason's had those wings on it, so his was maybe 60 pounds. Those things were hard to fight in, because we shot like a bunch of stuff with us in them, and then they brought in the stunt crew to do their stuff. But yeah, no, I didn't want to do that stuff. Not in those things. Yeah.
Great job.
Recognize you.
MySpace.
MySpace,
We used to
okay.
talk on MySpace.
I do have a MySpace. And a Facebook, a couple of them. And there's some that aren't me. And a Twitter. So anyways, what's your question?
You did a great job on the anniversary episode. I think Overdrive. What was it like to come back and be a Ranger again? What was it like? Was it
Well, Koichi Sakamoto, who was the executive producer at the time, he was, you know, the main guy from Alpha Stunts and did most of the fight stuff or whatever. And so he was producing at that time, and he said, "What would you think about coming back?" And at first I was like, I don't know. And then I thought, I should ask the fans. So I kind of asked fans, and the majority of people were like, yeah, you know. And I was like, all right, let's see what happens. If they want me back, I'll go. And so they brought me back for those 2 episodes, and I remember researching, because it was like 13 years. So like from when I like left the show, that seems like a long time, doesn't it? But then I was like, dude, I don't know if it's the same or what, right? So I just punched it on Google, and then they had this season with whichever season Dan Southworth was in. I don't remember what season that was, but the series was a little more serious, and they were acting. Like whatever part or episode I was watching, it was like a real show. I was like, whoa, these guys are really acting. This show has changed a lot. And so I thought, this is kind of cool. Maybe I'll get to act finally on Power Rangers. And I didn't get a script, you know, I was asking for it, but they didn't have them ready. So I flew to New Zealand and got the scripts. And then I started flipping through it, and I was like, wait, this is just like I left the show yesterday. It's like the same thing. It's really super cheesy. Disney had it. I did ask Koichi, could I die? He's like, John, it's Disney. No. It would be really cool though. And so I was like, okay, it's really cheesy. My lines are really kind of weird. And so I just thought, I'm just gonna change things and improv some stuff here and there. And so I just kind of made it like my own thing. Bye guys. And so it was kind of fun. And the thing was, is nobody was like, no, you can't do that. And sometimes they do that, you know, but they were just totally fine with it. Because I didn't do anything really out of there. And but it was fun. And then I watched it, I was like, yeah, that's not bad, you know, for a Power Ranger episode. But I did say more phenomenal.
Yeah.
after slicing a guy and he exploded. Which I say often now. I do all the time. It's more phenomenal. How many of you guys have heard of my band, I Shine?
Woo!
Okay, good. You guys gonna come check us out tonight? Less of you rose your hands. That's okay. You're honest. Well, at 5 we're doing a little like Q&A and acoustic thing. Maybe we'll improv something. And then tonight at 9 we have our full live set, which is up in that ballroom. So check us out. Did they talk to you?
No.
Okay. So we don't have any sound check time except for when that fan panel is. So we're going to try to do sound check first, and so we'll be able to come to probably the last 30 minutes of the fan panel. Is that cool?
No. The whole point was for you guys to get your stuff.
Well, we're gonna be there, but they didn't schedule enough sound check.
Okay.
Hello, my baby.
We will. You know what? We will try to be there as much as we can. Okay, right there, next to Vash-ish. Vash-ish.
I'm one of the biggest fans. I've seen Power like the whole thing. And like, I've seen Bleach, I've seen, I don't know if you tried doing
Oh, that's it? Thank you. He said that you guys should all come to our show. And if you want, you can just throw money up here. It's weird. I was like, no, what? Well, I didn't say no word. He actually didn't say any of that. But the money part, he did say. Just kidding.
quarters?
No quarters, please. Keep your quarters to yourself.
No quarters. Give him that gold coin.
Alright, I got a couple more minutes, so we have a couple more questions. I do have a few more things this week. I know there's a couple more panels. I think I might have another thing today, later, sometime, so I can tell more stories about homeless people there. Okay, Nero. You are Nero, right? You look like you're dressed as Nero. You're not. Who are you dressed as? Yeah, okay, just say Nero. It sounded like Quito Quito Kepakaka. Quito de Cacaca. Sounds like Spanish. Yes, alright.
Is Love Like Bullets out yet?
No, we're working on the score right now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a film I did. Lots of guns. And I shoot people a lot. Right here in the green.
I don't know if you've done it yet, but I decided to, but
I haven't. I might as well, right?
Oh, wait, can I go with him? He's more.
This is all like dark and stuff. Well, we did a few different morph sequences. Like in the first, like when I first showed up, it was like pull it out of your butt thing. It's like, morphin' time! That was it! And then we did the whole like... Did you color it? You did? Oh, so it didn't come this way? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so I have time for one last question. Make it good. Otherwise, they're going to kick you out of the con. Serious. Alright, sure, the flashy, whatever thing you got there.
what was your favorite Zord?
My favorite Zord was the Frog Zord. So, I actually ad-libbed that in the movie. Originally, she just goes through all of us after we lose our powers, and she's like, "You're the frog. You're very fast." It was like speed. It had something to do with speed. And then I was like, when I read the script, I was like, "Are you guys serious? Frogs aren't very fast." Yeah, very hoppity. But then I asked the director, could I just be like bummed about being a frog? He's like, well, we'll do like the script first, and then maybe we'll try it that way. And so we tried it that way, and it worked. And so they adjust the script a little bit. And then she's like, and I'm bummed. I'm like, I'm a frog. And she's like, yes, Adam, like the one you kissed to get a handsome princess. She kisses me, and then she moves on and she goes to, you know, Tommy, you're the falcon, the winged lord of the sky. But the funny thing is, like, when she's going through the other guys, she's like, you're cunning, you're agile, but then me, it's like the one you kissed to get a handsome prince. It's like, what does that even mean? Like when I go to fight, you know, like I tell everybody this, I'm like, I should have thought this through, because if I go fight, then I need them to kiss me for me to be able to become like a prince or something and fight better. Like a prince, I guess, instead of like a whatever, frog. Anyhow, thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry for my hair. Please make your way to the exits.
Yes, we kind of need everyone to make their way to the exits. You can come